This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about Jason Kelce's speech to Lane Johnson for him getting Man of the Year award or nominated, but he should get that award, right? Also, we're going to talk about Nick Sirianni. He said this defense will be fixed. There will be some adjustments. And lastly, Nick Bosa, this Jalen Hurts, but let's get straight into it.
Sean Jackson. First off, I want to say fuck the Cowboys.
All right, so let's get straight into it. But before I get into the news, the regular news, Kristen Ellis surprisingly did not clear waivers. So it looked like Kristen Ellis found a new home. He's going from one of the best teams in the NFL to one of the worst teams in the Patriots. Looked like the Patriots probably seen something in him and claimed him off waivers. So he did not clear. Best of luck to Kristen Ellis, man. I think he took unnecessary heat. You know, playing the 49ers. 49ers make a lot of people look silly, but the Eagles decide to cut him because we know we signed Shaq Leonard. And Kristen Ellis, I won't say will be a huge loss, but he was really good at special teams. He was really good and could have been a developmental piece, but I guess we was like, look, it's nothing we can do after that game. But look, man, it was the 49ers, but it is what it is. Hopefully, he do good things with the New England Patriots. And I got to get into the injury report. And the injury report looked lovely, but let's go over it. All right, so here we go. Julio Jones, groin injury, did not practice or participate, I should say. Look like he's on track to being out. Darius Slay still resting that knee, but seemed like he's going to be good to go Sunday. Zach Cunningham actually guaranteed that he'll be good to go, but he was limited today. Tight end Grant Calcaterra, full participant. Fletcher Cox, full participant. Dallas Goedert, full participant. And Jack Stoll, full participant. So literally the only guy we might be missing is Julio Jones, which we are okay because we have Dallas Goedert back, Quez Watkins, Zacchaeus. Like Julio Jones won't be a huge loss. We're not using him like how I thought we were. I thought we was going to use him in the red zone a lot more, or he was going to be that big target, but it is what it is, man. But again, it looked like he's going to be the only guy. Is that a huge loss? No. People would say, is it a loss at all? And I might even agree with them. No, it's not like he's getting targeted. He's doing big things in the game. We knew this was going to come with Julio Jones. Injuries, older. He's more of a mentor to the young guys because, of course, Julio was one of those ones, but he at the tail end of his career looked like he's just trying to get a ring. So again, hopefully he gets healthy. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's talk about Jason Kelce and his speech to Lane Johnson. But let me go ahead and play this clip.
So Lane, this is a big deal. This is a huge deal.
They told me about it a couple of days ago, and they wanted, hey, do you want to share, talk about it or anything? And I said, yeah, I do want to talk because, this award a lot of times just go to somebody who gives a bunch of money to a charity and does a bunch of out in the open, right? That ain't you. And we all know that. But that doesn't take away what you mean to the guys in this room, in this building, these people. That's why they're nominating you, because everybody finally sees who you are. And when I think of a man, I think of somebody who weathers the ups and downs of life, how you move forward. You're doing better than I've ever seen. And it's so awesome to see. And I know it ain't all been perfect all the time. But there ain't a in the NFL that represents that better than you. All right? That's important for you to hear.
Get up here. So proud of you, man.
Nice speech, man. Jason Kelce kept it real. I love the speech. Lane Johnson is one of those good dudes. Like Jason Kelce said, most of those dudes be paying a bunch of organizations, just throwing their money everywhere, and they get nominated and win. That's no shot at people that won a Walter Man of the Year, But Lane Johnson really those ones every Monday, Mental Health Monday. He posts that. He's really, really into his charities. Like he's there. Like his physical presence being there and the kids and stuff seeing him is bigger than just throwing money. It's bigger than just the cameras, because you don't even see a lot of cameras around Lane Johnson when he's doing the community work, but he does a lot of community work. So shout out to Lane Johnson. But let's talk about Jason Kelce a little bit. So Jordan Phillips decided to respond to Jason Kelce saying like, yo, he should be fine. But let's listen to this clip.
To even mention that. I'm 335 pounds. How am I going to stop regardless? How do I know that the ball wasn't going? After I saw him move, I put my eyes on him, and I'm going to go. Even if they would have got that play off, it's just either them hitting us or us hitting them. Like, you can dish it out, obviously, but you can't take it. So that's just soft. He is a well-respected guy around the league for whatever reason. And now he suddenly has a voice because he's on his brother's podcast and whatnot, so he thinks he can use it. But the way he's using his voice, it doesn't make any sense.
Ridiculous. He's saying like, who is he? He's just on his brother podcast. We're talking about a multi-time All-Pro, multi-time Pro Bowler. We're talking about the Super Bowl winning center, probably top 5 of all time centers. That's who he is. That's saying that you should be fine. He's not just no dude that's on his brother podcast. First of all, it's both of their podcasts. So far, his career in the NFL and his career about to exit the NFL, he's going to be successful. Jordan Phillips, you're known for arguing with Eagles fans. You're not known for nothing. Well, maybe to your family, you're in the NFL, you pay a lot of bills. But other than that, you're nobody. So what is you talking about? This and Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce is a legend. This dude is out of his mind. I get it. You on your feelings. Your little feelings hurt. But you got to keep it real. Like, come on, man. Bad take. Horrible, horrible take. But let's talk about Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni, he's saying this defense will be fixed. There's a couple things we're going to switch up. This is what Nick Sirianni had to say as far as the defense. He said, we'll be doing some different things this week, and we're continuing to find ways. Obviously, that's unacceptable on our end. That's everybody, right? That's coaching. That's playing. We had to fix that. Nick Sirianni says the Eagles defense will be doing some things different this Sunday to fix the third down defense, which is now the worst in the NFL, giving up 47% conversions. And the red zone defense is fourth worst in the NFL. The Eagles will be changing some things up. I like to hear that. I like to hear that he's acknowledging that the defense has been terrible, because we bending and breaking. Because, you know, they kept saying, yeah, let's play that bend don't break. As long as we don't give up the big play, we're fine. But we're giving up the big play. We're giving up the third downs. We're giving up the touchdowns. So what are we doing? What are we doing? And I'm not even saying be extremely aggressive, because sometimes that can cost you. But there's something not right with this defense. Something not right. And I feel like it's more upper management, even our head coach, that like this defense. Because you're running the same thing, or you hired a Jonathan Gannon 2.0. Like, what is so special about this defense? Giving up points, giving up yards. These bare minimum quarterbacks will have 400 yards and 5 touchdowns on us. Like, this is a shame, man. The defense got to do something, because all they do, well, we're going to rely on that front four. Sometimes the front four get gas. You got to use your other positions. You got to start valuing the linebacker position for sure. Like, we got names on our back end, but they're not doing nothing. Reed Blankenship is about to be a Pro Bowler. Kevin Byard's been damn near great his whole career till he got to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now he's looking average. Darius Slay is starting to look average, and James Bradbury is starting to look average. But when you name those names, they are names that should be able to play. And at this point, I'm blaming the scheme more than the players, man. Sean Desai got to clean his BS up. He got to clean this BS up. Him and Nick Sirianni, whoever, clean it up. Clean it up, because if not, we're not going nowhere far. All right. So let's get into the next topic. Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa said he gave, or the 49ers gave the blueprint to the Cowboys how to beat the Eagles. But let me go ahead and play this clip.
Yeah, I mean, you see it on tape, though. And then, obviously, we put the blueprint out there. Hopefully, Cowboys watch the tape. We made Jalen stay in the pocket and escape outside instead of those B gaps, and paid off. Because Jalen's looking at the rush every play. So, yeah, you just have to be disciplined and not give him that quick escape route where he could get to his guys quick. And it paid off.
Ridiculous take. Not a good take at all by Nick Bosa. I mean, a blueprint mean this worked every single time. I mean, it worked for y'all. Kudos. But the Vikings tried that. I believe like last year the Cardinals tried. There's a couple teams that tried that. Oh, let him stay in the pocket, and they got picked apart. So that doesn't really work. I think the Dolphins even tried that this year. Like, it's plenty of teams that tried that. Again, it worked for y'all, but that ain't gonna work for everybody. All right, so Nick Bosa, we know he hate the Eagles because Lane Johnson owns him. You know what we did last year in the NFC Championship game. No matter what Stephen A. Smith say, we won that game and legit won that game. We knocked two of your quarterbacks out. They didn't come into the game injured. All right, so Nick Bosa, get up out your feelings. Hopefully we see y'all again. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the news today? Everything got covered. For us, the injury report, Zach Cunningham being back. We already know we got Shaq Leonard. Also, Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelce, Jordan Phillips. All this good stuff. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm